I never imagined guilt could weigh so heavily. Not the kind that explodes in tears or confessions, but the silent, unrelenting kind. The one that nestles deep in your chest and tightens every time he looks at you, as if you still mean everything to him. My name is Emma. I was 31 when I made the single choice that would unravel my life. I betrayed my husband, Daniel. It wasn't planned. It wasn't romantic. It wasn't even thrilling. Just one careless night, a selfish, thoughtless night I could never take back. We had been married 6 years, together for almost 9. Daniel was steady, unwavering, endlessly kind. He was the kind of man who never lost his temper, who still held doors open, who asked about my day, and actually listened. Yet that constancy started to feel like a prison. I convinced myself I craved adventure, unpredictability, something to remind me that I was alive. That's the story we tell ourselves to sugarcoat our own recklessness. The truth? I wasn't missing anything. I was simply ungrateful for the quiet love I had been given. It happened at a work conference at the hotel bar, with dim lighting, too much wine, and flirting that felt exciting only in the moment. Mark, a colleague, had a way with words, carefully meaningless, perfectly timed. I remember the amber gleam of the whiskey, the low hum of chatter, my phone lighting up with Daniel's name. I turned it face down. That split second, choosing the lie over honesty, is what haunts me most. The next morning, I couldn't meet my reflection. I told Daniel I would be late because of extra meetings. He trusted me as always. When I finally returned home, he embraced me like he had missed me, kissed my forehead, offered me tea. I smiled, nodded, lied again. That moment made me realize something terrifying. Kindness can hurt far more than anger. Weeks passed. I waited for him to notice some change in me, some crack in the perfect facade. But Daniel remained the same, patient, gentle, unwavering. The more he loved me, the heavier my guilt grew. I snapped at small things, stayed late at work, feigned exhaustion when he reached for me at night. Then one evening, it all unraveled. I walked into the kitchen to find him sitting at the table, his phone beside him, face unreadable. "Hey," I whispered, voice shaking. He looked at me and simply said, "Emma." And then, quietly, "How long were you planning to keep pretending?" I swallowed hard. "What do you mean?" I asked, even though I already knew. He pushed his phone toward me. On the screen, a photo of me and Mark in the hotel lobby, my hand on his chest, my face tilted toward him in a way I couldn't deny. "Daniel," I started, but he raised a hand. "Don't bother with excuses," he said softly. His calmness was far more terrifying than any shouting could have been. "I trusted you," he continued. "I believed you wouldn't do this." I broke down, reaching for him, but he didn't move. He simply breathed steadily, as if memorizing the moment he stopped hoping. When I pleaded for words, he whispered, "You said enough when you turned your phone over that night." Those words shattered me. He rose, pushed his chair back, and walked to the door. No anger, no shouting, just quiet, deliberate steps. He didn't look back. It was as if he had already left days ago, only now his body caught up to the truth. That night, I curled on the couch, clutching my phone, waiting for a message that never came. By morning, the house felt unbearably silent. His shoes and toothbrush were gone, but not everything. On the counter lay his wedding ring and a folded note with my name. My hands trembled as I unfolded it. "You don't need to explain. You made a choice. I'm making mine. I won't humiliate either of us by begging. Take care. Please don't contact me. You'll hear from my lawyer." No anger. No tears. Just quiet finality. I told myself he was bluffing, that he just needed space. But Daniel never bluffed. When he said, "Don't contact me," he meant it. My texts were ignored, my calls went unanswered, and soon, even the number was gone. It was as if he had vanished from my life completely. Weeks later, I saw him again at a friend's engagement party. I almost skipped it, but pride pushed me out the door. I wanted everyone to see me composed. I rehearsed smiles, small talk, even casual laughter. And then he walked in. "Daniel." in a suit I didn't recognize.
Calm.
At ease. A woman stood beside him, confident and laughing at something he said. My stomach twisted. Our eyes met for a brief second, a flicker of recognition. Maybe, then gone. He offered a polite nod, a stranger's acknowledgement, and turned back to her. Every laugh, every word I spoke that night felt hollow. One friend noticed. Emma, are you okay? She whispered. I wasn't. When the party ended, I stepped outside. The night was quiet, cool, and distant. I was about to leave when I heard him behind me. Emma, he said. I turned. Hands in pockets, composed, the same calm I used to find comforting. I didn't think you'd want to talk, I murmured. I don't, he said. But I thought you might. I tried to speak, but all my rehearsed apologies vanished. You look good. I managed. So do you, he said, soft and even. I'm not angry anymore. That broke me. Anger would have meant remnants of feeling, a spark of what we had left. But he had gone beyond that. You were predictable, he said. Too steady maybe. But I've realized steadiness isn't a flaw. It's peace. Peace isn't something you beg someone to recognize. I wanted to apologize, to beg, to ask for another chance, but his gaze said it was too late. Our life together existed, now only as memory, seen differently by both of us. Before walking away, he added quietly, I hope you find what you were searching for, Emma. Truly. And then he left, not in anger, not in bitterness, but in calm, complete peace. I remained in the night, the cold air seeping into my bones, the city's distant hum pressing around me. Finally, I understood. Silence is not emptiness. It is the end, the closing of a chapter. That night, I faced the woman in the mirror. The woman who had chosen fleeting thrill over enduring love. The woman who had lost peace to chase chaos. And in that reflection, I saw something I had never known, the power of quiet truth and the devastating strength of letting go.